Welcome into WCSN's coverage of Arizona State Division II hockey. I'm Megan Plain, and alongside me is Joe Constantine and Noah Friedman. I got your names right this time, guys. Don't worry.
Awesome.
All right, so last night, NAU, Arizona State, they played up in Flagstaff, and Arizona State won with a 5-0 victory. So they obviously just really dominated in last night's game. Now, tonight, the GM of NAU said that they will be bringing in a different goaltender than they had last night, and that'll be Anthony Caruso. And what do you think the goal is now in tonight's game for Arizona State to stay so dominant and just come out with another big win?
Well, with ASU, they're going to attack you in so many ways. Their lines are incredible, but I saw on ASU's Twitter account today, there were 3 questions that were posed. One question was, why is Ryan McNeely's hair so perfect? Another one is, why is Al Taylor not playing? When will he play again? And then the third one is, will Liam Puce ever put one in the back of the net again? And I think that one is the most valid. I think Liam Puce needs to play well tonight and really validate himself as one of the taller, better players in the game. So for ASU, really just come out firing, and last night they won 5-0, as you touched on before, so their offense is just taken care of.
Now, yeah, like you said, their offense, they're great. Now the GM of NAU was talking about how great Arizona State's lines are. He said all 4 of them, these are guys that can score, especially the front 3. And now for NAU, they've got a problem because 2 of their top 3 scorers got injured against Utah the past week. So now how do you think that's really going to affect them? And then offensively, what do you think they need to do to try and match Arizona State's offense?
Well, Arizona State displays a good job. You said the GM from NAU even noticed that. And hockey's unique in the fact that it's a sport where your stars only play a third of the game. So it's dependent on your deep lines, your 2, your 3, your 4th lines, and Arizona State displays that very well. So therefore, NAU is going to have a hard time in this game. Now, we all know what happened last time NAU and Arizona State played in this arena, and we had a little fisticuffs. We had some good old-fashioned hockey fighting. Our own Cole Feinblum and Bobby Kraus got into that a lot.
So did we.
There was a sequence of events, but we didn't get to. They called it really well. We don't know what's going to happen tonight, but as you were saying, with the whole line thing going on for Arizona State, they're doing a fantastic job getting their guys that are towards the end. Arizona State's 4th line has been playing than other teams' 2nd line. And they're getting the puck movement around. They're playing like a first line in this league right now. They're 4th line and 3rd line.
Now, you mentioned the fighting that happened. Now, again, NAU's GM, he talked about the fighting and how physical that game was. And he said both coaches, ASU's coach, NAU's coach, they weren't very happy about that, because when those players fight, they're going to be out that game and the next game, and they don't want that to happen, especially now so late into the season. So I think tonight we won't see as much fighting as we saw before. There will definitely be physicality. But now, what do you guys think the outcome of tonight's game is going to be?
I don't see it being any different than it was last night. 5-0, ASU came in on the road in Flagstaff. I don't see anything being different. NAU's GM had a lot to say, I guess, Megan. But touching on what you said anyway, I think that ASU will come out. Ryan Seltenreich has really developed himself as one of the best goalies in ACHA. He's 2nd with a .91 goalie save percentage. So look for Ryan Seltenreich. He's on a 3-game shutout streak tonight. So maybe a 4th one?
Maybe a 4th one?
Going off what he said again, they talked about, he saw on Twitter, you said, why is Al Taylor not in net? There's a reason he's not in net. That's a guy by the name Ryan Seltenreich. This guy's playing phenomenal. You're talking about 3 shutouts. I don't care who you're playing. I don't care if you're playing the junior Pee Wee League. Anytime you get shutouts, it's a fantastic feat. And Ryan Seltenreich's doing a hell of a job back there, not letting rebounds go, and he's keeping everything. Arizona State's forecheck has been phenomenal. I expect it to be a close game here, though, very physical, but I think Arizona State's going to come out, and I think they're going to win 6-2.
Now, NAU's goalie, he's their only goalie with shutouts as well, and he's had 2 on this season. But I am going to disagree with you on the fact that you think tonight will be the same as last night. I think it'll be a much closer game. I think NAU, they're going to be hungry for a win. They're coming out there. They don't want to be upset like they did last night. Now, as this game is about to start, you can stay tuned, and you'll hear Bobby over there with the call. It'll start here in a few minutes.
Hi everybody, welcome to Oceanside Ice Arena for tonight's rivalry matchup between ASU Sun Devils and the NAU IceJacks. I'm Cole Feinblum alongside Bobby Kraus, gladly bringing you this broadcast via Cronkite Sports Live. Now, last time NAU was present in this arena, got a little mid-line brawl, some tussles, excuse me.
You can use a lot of words to describe what happened.
Do you think anything else going to happen tonight?
I honestly think that we might see something. These guys, these two teams, they played last night, so there's already going to be some fresh bad blood boiling over from last night's game, as well as that three-man fight that we saw earlier on in the season. So I really think that, as we saw in the last time these two teams played at Oceanside, where it took until the third period to boil over, we could very well see something like that happen tonight.
Well, we'll see what goes down, if anything physical happens, if there's going to be any extracurriculars after the face-off. But for now, we're underway here at Oceanside Ice Arena. ASU Liam Hughes will take it behind the net, give it off to Jordan LeClaire. LeClaire's pass tipped, but it goes right back to him, and he'll be able to clear the zone. NAU takes it away at center ice, and they'll move it along. Carlson Kirby sends it deep into the zone, but it's taken away by Jace Davis and rung around. John Randall across the red line. Randall takes it and fires a wrist shot in on that, blocked down and cleared out to center ice.
Ryan Seltenreich starting again, coming off his 2 shutout weekend last week against the University of Utah. Dennis LeClaire staying with his hot hand.
Liam Ayub takes it into center ice and sends it right in on Seltenreich, who gloves it down. Quickly up ice go the Sun Devils. Brady Morgan across the blue line. He'll take it behind the net. Morgan looking for Butler in the slot. Gives it right back. Butler, a saucer pass. Blocked down. Puck still loose, and it flips behind the net right over to Gregory Park. NAU unable to clear the zone as Coot is holding it at the blue line. Taken away, and up they go. Gregory Park wheels and flips it into the ASU zone. Taken away and easily saved there for Seltenreich. And we'll get our first stoppage of play.
Key for NAU in this game is going to be to start quick, try and get ASU on their heels. Last few games that we've seen here at Oceanside, especially against Utah, Cole, ASU dominated offensive pressure early and was able to get a quick early goal. If NAU can get on the board first, it's going to put the Sun Devils in a very unfamiliar position.
ASU takes the face-off, and they'll work it up ice, taken away by NAU. Flip deep behind Seltenreich, taken away by Preston Ames, whirled around the boards to Austin Ehrlich. Ehrlich can't clear the zone, and it's taken away by NAU. In on net, and a wrist shot deflected down. That was Dietrich Weiss with that shot, and Seltenreich made the save.
And it looks like it's starting already. Captain Havrilyak there went tumbling into the net off the check from the NAU player after the whistle. Cole, I can't help but imagine we are going to see something like the last brawl that we had against NAU happen again tonight.
NAU with the face-off rebound, still loose, but luckily just taken away. And ASU will clear the zone. Daniel Gowan's up ice. And that puck's deflected out of play. 17:47 to go.
Dietrich Weiss almost had Seltenreich completely caught off guard there, but the puck bounced on him and he wasn't able to fire at the empty net. Seltenreich getting a lot more action early on than he has in his last few games. It's a good sign for the IceJacks of Northern Arizona.
Ryan Francis into the NAU zone, fires a wrist shot right into the body of number 30, Anthony Caruso, who is tending the net tonight for NAU. Face-off won by ASU. Taken by Stephen Castelli, and he'll flip it up to Liam Hughes for a wrist shot, and that one finds its way home. Liam Hughes. Ryan Francis had his screen in the front of the net. Didn't look like it was deflected. Give the goal to Hughes. 1-0 ASU. Gotcha.
Liam Hughes using his huge wrist shot to his advantage. If a goaltender has a screen in front of him with Liam Hughes, he is not going to stop that puck. And just as we were saying how NAU needed to get off to a quick start, get ASU in unfamiliar territory, Liam Hughes with a wicked wrist shot, and it's 1-0 Arizona State early. Cole, where have we heard that before?
It's a common occurrence for the Sun Devils. We will see who the official score is, if it was Hughes or Francis. And indeed, they give the goal to Ryan Francis, so he deflected it in front using that screen. Nonetheless,
in front of the net, and good things will happen if you're Ryan Francis.
now NAU up ice. Christopher Barrett. Barrett's shots sent wide of the net. Now pinned deep in the corner. The puck's able to be flipped out of the zone. Chasing it down is John Randall, but unable to get there first. Icing is the call.
Now, the next few minutes of this game is going to dictate, I think, the physicality that we're going to see. That brawl match that happened on November 15th here at Oceanside, Sun Devils went up 3-0 after 1, and they were up 6-1 after 2. So obviously frustration that boiled over from NAU. If they can keep it close here, not get buried early, give themselves a chance as we go through the later stages of this game. But it's already starting as Weissman with that sucker punch right after the whistle blew. Cole, we might see the fight start early here.
We will see what happens. I mean, it's already been a little bit of pushing and shoving. We're going to get coincidentals here as we're going to send 2 men to the box. Weissman for ASU and Kirby Carlson for NAU. That was a dangerous bounce off the boards there. Seltenreich was luckily aware. Weissman didn't like the hack that Carlson took after that play. Carlson took after that one. Weissman took offense, and 2 minutes in the box for both of them. The rest are probably aware of the bitterness that is between these two teams, and they're probably going to want to get a handle on this early. If anything happens, they might just be sending players to the box rapid fire and not letting anything happen.
Cole, you took the words right out of my mouth. This isn't the crew that refed that game on November 15th, but they are definitely going to be aware of what happened, and no one wants a 3 separate brawl game to take place again. But even if the refs try and send people to the penalty box to combat that, you might not be able to handle it if every player on all teams are trying to hit each other, trying to do some damage.
It's a whole nother set of emotions when you're playing a rivalry game. That puck is flipped into the IceJacks bench, and we'll get another stoppage of play. The draw at center ice. 1-0 ASU leading 3.5 minutes into this first period. Brady Morgan takes it and goes forward with it, gives it off to Jason Kuda into the zone. Kuda's wrist shot's deflected wide in the net.
It's imperative for NAU goalie Anthony Caruso to play as strong as he can, play as big as he can, big as a house, the coaches always like to say. Keep his team in this game early. He's going to need it.
NAU trying to work the puck up ice, but it's taken away at the red line and sent right back into the NAU zone. Connor Darr behind the net. He'll flip it along up ice. NAU's dump-in seems that the trend so far that we've seen, they're just trying to fly one in on Seltenreich, trying to catch an odd bounce. That's the second dump-in we've seen that have caught Seltenreich right in the center of the crease.
Dump and chase is almost the style you have to play when Liam Hughes is on the ice, because you're not going to be able to carry the puck over the blue line yourself and get past him. He's just too big of an imposing guy.
2-on-1 developing here. Austin Ehrlich. He has Ryan McNeely on his left side. Ehrlich takes the wrist shot himself, and he'll put it in the left corner of the net. Austin Ehrlich with another goal for ASU. 2-0 Sun Devils.
Great play there by Austin Ehrlich and Ryan McNeely. McNeely making sure that he got into position to make himself look like he was going to receive the cross-ice pass, and that made the goaltender have to not commit to one player or the other. He had to be available to go to both options, and Ehrlich found a corner and picked it low blocker side on Caruso. And Cole, this game is taking an almost exact mirror image to the game that we saw here last time. Takeaway by NAU.
Seemed like Caruso committed just a bit too early on that play. He seemed to be favoring that pass as he came out of the crease and gave Ehrlich a lot of space on that left side.
It's a very tricky situation for a goaltender to be in when you have a true 2-on-1 like that. Your best option is to just try to not move at all, because if you move an inch either way, that's going to dictate where the shooter goes with it. Obviously, the shooter has an advantage when you're 2-on-1 against a goaltender. You got to try to not move and just keep the available ice behind you as small as possible, so that you make the shooter have to make a harder choice to commit.
Justin Butler in the zone, drops it off for Havrilyak, who fires it right back to Butler, but he can't get a handle on it. It's taken away by NAU. Quickly up ice is Dedrick Weiss. Weiss loses the handle, and it goes over to Zach Inzer in the corner. Inzer has it poked away now behind the net. NAU centering pass goes right back behind the net.
And Cole, you can tell from the goal celebrations here from the Sun Devils, these goals matter. They want to try and score as many as they can tonight against NAU. Players are definitely fired up.
Preston Ames now with the wrist shot off the glove. And now a rebound still loose. Daniel Gowans will fire a wrist shot this time, blocked wide. Puck is flipped out all the way to center ice where Dan Kenzie will retreat. Kenzie now stops on a dime and dips and gives it off deep. Ryan Francis shoved up along the boards. He's able to get it out. Daniel Gowans entering the slot. Wrist shots deflected wide. We have a delayed penalty on the play here. NAU is going to be shorthanded if they touch up. As Jace Davis' shots flipped up high. Glove down by Caruso. And we're going to go on ASU power play.
Ryan Seltenreich for the ASU Sun Devils continuing to get the amazing goal support that he had. As we saw last week against Utah, he had a total of 9 goals scored from. And he was a +9 as he didn't give up any goals. Cole, we mentioned it earlier. He's been the hot hand for head coach Dennis LeClaire. 2 shutouts in 2 games over the last weekend. You don't have a choice but to start him.
Dar in the box for cross-checking. Ryan Francis down there on the boards behind the net as AC will work it around on the power play. Jacob Weissman recently out of the box. Slap shot goes wide of the net, still controlled by ASU. Weissman slaps it down deep, looking for Brady Morgan. Up top for Weissman once more. Weissman has some room, and he fires a wrist shot on the carpet. Gets deflected wide. Now we're to McNeely, looking for Ehrlich in the slot. That one's deflected wide once more. ASU still controlling here. McNeely up to Weissman. Weissman's pass deflected out. Giving Chaso unable to recover as Jacob. NAU not able to get off the ice. But here they take over, and they'll send it deep enough to get a quick change. Liam Hughes will take over.
That was great stick work by number 12 on NAU, Benoit Kozuna-Kote. Being able to deflect the puck out of the zone, get his IceJacks a change. And the NAU IceJacks have to watch out now as Liam Hughes' deadly power play stick is now on the ice.
Speaking of Hughes, he'll fire a slap shot. That one goes wide over to Havrilyak.
Hughes' effectiveness is multiplied tenfold on the power play. One less guy on the ice. He's almost always going to be open if he goes to the right spot and lets the play come to him. He's dangerous either way.
Jason Kuda's pass is intercepted and able to clear the zone. Zach Fader will slap it out to center ice. 20 seconds left to go on this power play.
This has been a great penalty kill for NAU. They got to kill off the next 19 seconds. Be a big confidence booster to kill off this penalty.
Hughes tiptoes to the blue line, but is able to hold it in over to Wesley Starr, who shot's deflected in off the skate of Jacob Pascali of NAU. A tough break there, but a late power play goal for the Sun Devils, and they'll get it to 3-0. 12 minutes still left in this first period.
Cole, you said it. That's a tough break for NAU defenseman Jacob Pascali. The puck was going to Anthony Caruso's left pad, and he was about to stick it into the corner. And he had his 5-hole open, but when the puck went off Caruso's skate, it deflected right underneath that 5-hole. Those are always the toughest goals to give up because you know that that shot was not dangerous at all, just in the wrong place at the wrong time for Pascali. And we're just back to it the way we were the last time these teams played in this building. 3-0 ASU in the first period.
Now ASU's got some energy. Look at them flying around the ice. Randall and LeClaire up front. Heavy attacking on this forecheck. They are energized right now. They are pumped up, beating their rival 3-0 just 8 minutes into this first period. They want more. They want more blood.
Cole, now is the time to watch the after the whistle activities. Now is going to be the time when the hard checks come after the whistle is blown, trying to get in a cheap shot. Another penalty.
This one's going to be tripping. And ASU's going back on the man advantage. NAU unhappy right now as they just cannot catch a break.
NAU becoming unhinged right now.
That's Corey Brody heading to the box, 2 for tripping, with still over half of this period remaining. ASU's already got 3. Let's see if they can tack on 3 more in the second half of this period.
Well, the more goals that ASU can get in this period, I think the more likely it is that something is going to happen. And Cole, it seems like we're just the brawl and the physicality is dictated, I should say, by what happens on the ice. But it's absolutely true with these two teams. You don't normally expect to go into a game expecting a brawl, but with the way these two teams have been playing, the fierce competitiveness that these guys have, I think that the more goals that ASU racks up, the more likely that something's going to happen.
There is always that possibility as ASU is looking to tack on 1 more on the power play. They're already 1 for 1 tonight. ASU has it, Ryan McNeely. McNeely along the left wing. His shot trickles wide over to Austin Ehrlich. McNeely centering past Ehrlich on his backhand. 1 more over to Brady Morgan. And a brilliant save there by Caruso as he sticks it out.
Great cross-crease save by Caruso there. Man, that was a big one.
Caruso putting his body on the line on that save. ASU still working the puck around. Ryan McNeely down to Ehrlich, and he'll get it right back. Up to Weissman.
Good keep by
Weissman's
Weissman.
pass is intercepted. We got a breakout opportunity. Cameron McDonald. McDonald fires a high wrist shot off the glove of Seltenreich, and a great save there, knocking that chance down. Cameron McDonald saw an opening at the top of the net. Seltenreich got his glove up there just in time, and he's able to knock that one down and clear the crease.
Great back check there by Jacob Weissman. He gave the puck away to NAU's captain McDonald, but he was able to get back, bother him enough so that he wasn't able to pick a corner, was McDonald. He just had to get it on net in some way, and it went straight at the head of Seltenreich, but he was able to get his glove up there. Great defensive play by the Sun Devils.
20 seconds left to go on this power play. This is when they started their last attack, and they got their goal on the last power play as Liam Hughes will advance it up ice.
And giving up a power play goal in the last 30 seconds or so, the penalty is just as demoralizing as giving up a goal in the last minute of the period.
And another turnover here. Matt Melhoff. Melhoff's wrist shot goes off the body of Seltenreich as this penalty is about to expire. NAU got the better of the chances on that one. See if that helps out their energy just a bit.
That's definitely going to be a confidence builder, but they're still down 3-0. They have to get the next goal if they're going to want to get back in this game.
Zach Fader for NAU coming around his net with some speed, and he'll clear the zone. And we're going to slashing penalty. Wesley Starr. Starr just took the stick right out of the hands of Zach Fader as he dropped it to the ice. And now right like that, NAU's going on the power play after killing off a penalty of their own.
Well, this is a perfect scenario for NAU right here. 2 great shorthanded chances on that last power play. They dictated the pace of play on the power play, didn't let the Sun Devils get set up the way that they wanted to, and now they've got the man advantage. Wesley Starr in the box for the Sun Devils. A power play goal here, and NAU is going to be far from out of this game. A good clear, or I should say a good kill by the Sun Devils, that might bring the momentum back to ASU's side.
NAU will work it around. Up to McDonald at the point, and giving it right back. Fake the slap shot. NAU trying to enter zone as he'll fire a wrist shot in on that, deflected down, and Seltenreich sprawls out to cover the puck for a stoppage of play.
Only 19 seconds into that penalty kill shift, and head coach Dennis LeClaire changing up all 4 penalty killers. He wants as fresh legs as possible out there, doesn't want anything to go into the net for NAU. He wants the momentum to stay strictly on the Sun Devils side, and it will right there with a good poke check by LeClaire.
Cross-ice pass intended for Gregory Park, and said he's forced to go into his own zone to take that puck.
Gregory Park is the man to watch out for on the NAU side. 19 goals and 17 assists for 36 points in 21 games played. He's also a plus 17, so he takes care of the puck as well as putting the puck in the net.
Randall will take the puck for ASU. He'll wheel around and clear the zone once more. A minute left on this power play for the IceJacks.
$50 seconds to go on the power play. Still time for NAU to generate something here, but they got to do it fast.
Offsides is the call as Ben Russell entered the zone just a split second too early. 45 left to go.
Definitely a sharp penalty kill so far for ASU. Sorry about that, Cole.
No problem. NAU takes the face off, and they'll try and work it around for another attack on this power play. But a big hit there. Sandwich as Ryan Francis and Daniel Gowans both take out Benjamin Dillon. NAU's able to flip it into the ASU zone, though. Zach Inser giving chase. Gets stoned into the boards. And another delayed penalty here.
They should let ASU touch the puck, get a 5-on-3.
ASU touches up, and for the next 18 seconds, the IceJacks are going to have a two-man advantage.
They might have gotten rid of themselves, the IceJacks did, of 5 or 6 more seconds of 5-on-3 advantage. In that situation, if you have a 5-on-3 and the puck's at your point, just dump it in and let the other team touch it. You want as much 5-on-3 time as you can get. 18 seconds, 5-on-3 is still quite enough time to generate a good offensive chance. If you're ASU, you got to watch Gregory Park sneaking down on the right circle close to the crease looking for a cross-ice pass.
Weissman can't clear the zone. It could have proved costly as it goes over to McDonald at the right point. Sent down deep. Battle for the puck. It's loose and a wrist shot thrown in on net. Blocked down. Wesley Stars out of the box, and it's back to a one-man advantage for NAU. Up to McDonald. McDonald passes it out low for a one-time shot. Right off the bar and in. NAU gets it down to a 2-goal differential.
That's a huge goal for the NAU IceJacks, getting themselves back in this game, making sure that they have a chance to get this to a 1-goal game, tie the game, maybe take the lead. Who knows? A power play goal can swing momentum in the blink of an eye. Colin McDonald with a great pass down to the left circle. NAU there to finish it, put it top shelf, blocker side. Selton Wright cutting across his crease, had no chance for that one. 3-1. ASU, just under 7 minutes to play. Cole, we might have ourselves a hockey game.
And the IceJacks fans in full force here. They're happy that this game just became a 2-goal differential. Rivalry games always bring in huge crowds as both teams are in the same relative area, just a few hours away from each other. As Havrilyak now looking for an opportunity. His wrist shot's blocked down in front. That never reached him. That goal is credited to Kirby Carlson for NAU.
That's his 9th of the season. And it's Cameron McDonald's, as I check my stats here, Cameron McDonald's 18th assist of the season.
Hybrid icing is the call. NAU unhappy. They thought they had the advantage. Refs saw it otherwise. Thought Jace Davis was there first. Face off back down in the IceJack zone.
You can tell how much a game means to a team when they are that upset about an icing call 6 minutes remaining in the first period. No team, either NAU or ASU, wants to give an inch. They want to make sure that every call goes their way. Both teams fired up right now.
Ryan Francis takes the puck in the corner for ASU. Francis gives it off to Gowans, who's looking for Preston Ames up top, and he floats one in towards the net. That's blocked down before it even reaches Caruso.
2-on-1 developing here.
Now NAU with another opportunity. Easy shot sticked aside. Good back check there by Devon to deny the wraparound opportunity. Steven Castelli's able to evade a hit, and it gives off to Leclerc, who takes one into the boards. NAU throwing their bodies around here. Preston Ames with the shot at the point. That one's deflected. That's a dangerous bouncer as the puck just goes wide of the net. And the whistle's blown as the net's knocked off his pegs.
Cold bodies flying all over the place, puck flying all over the place. This might be the most energized period of play that we've seen so far this season.
Lots of energy out there on the ice as NAU is revitalized after that 1 goal they got. They want one more before this period ends. 5:18 left to go. Wesley Starr flips it off to John Randall. Randall up to the point for Weissman for a one-time shot. Broken stick. Weissman's got to get back to the bench. Now Christopher Barrett. Barrett takes a check and he gives off the puck for ASU to take over. Jace Davis gets a huge open ice hit. James Takacs makes his presence known out there. Wow, was that a big collision at center ice.
And as a result of that, Wesley Starr cutting down center ice all by himself, barely grazed it off the post. Anthony Caruso owes a lot to that post right there, kept it from being a 4-1 Sun Devil lead. Tensions are mounting, blood is starting to boil. Cole, I don't want to even guess what might happen next.
There's still plenty of time as the puck is sent in towards Selton Reich. He'll cover it up. 4:18 left to go in this first period. Cole Feinblum alongside Bobby Krause, Cronkite Sports Live, broadcasting this rivalry game between ASU and NAU.
Both teams finishing their checks hard, making sure they take every opportunity to lay a hit in.
Puck's taken by Zach Inzer, and he'll look to clear the zone. Now Jason Kuda almost turns the puck over as he's got his stick tied up, and NAU will take over. Kirby Carlson sends it down low. Puck's flipped up, intercepted by Kuda. Kuda can't clear yet, but a strong cross-ice pass over to Butler. Butler looking to beat his man down the wing. He'll fire a wrist shot in on net. Saved down by Caruso.
Great back check there by number 5, Jacob Pascali, making up for the goal that went off his skate, gave ASU a 3-0 lead. Did a great job of forcing Butler to the outside, not letting him cut in and go to his backhand there on Caruso.
ASU pass intercepted by Matt Melhoff, and he'll fire another one in on Selton Reich from outside the blue line. Now McNeely. McNeely surrounded by 5 NAU jerseys. Somehow still controls his puck. Still battling for it, but it's taken away and controlled by the IceJacks. Kenzie throws a hip check along the blue line. NAU sends it deep into the zone, taken away by Weissman. Now Herviliak tosses it up to Ehrlich. One touch over to McNeely. McNeely's got Ehrlich streaking down. He can't get a handle on that one time. And laying down, stretched across the creases, Caruso covering up the puck.
McNeely and Ehrlich working on their 2-on-1 play again. This time it was McNeely passing it over to Ehrlich, trying to get a second of the game. A great cross-crease pass by Anthony Caruso. Shows you what a power play goal can do to a team's momentum. The NAU is playing a lot more sharp. Caruso has been making some clutch saves, working on adrenaline most likely right now. NAU wants this second goal desperately here. They want it to come in this period. Make ASU go into the first intermission, having surrendered a 3-goal lead, cutting it down to a 1-goal lead. Unfamiliar position.
Turnover in the NAU zone. Ryan McNeely gives it off to Ehrlich once more, and he's shoved down from behind. Taken away by the IceJacks. Still in the NAU zone, Ryan McNeely now. Gives off to Herviliak, and he rips one right into the net cord. Justin Herviliak coming from a brutal angle with a wicked slap shot. Wow, I'm not surprised if that one didn't rip a hole in the net. Was that wicked?
Cole, my jaw's on the floor right now. Justin Herviliak's back foot was on the goal line. And he comes away with a goal, making it 4-1 Arizona State. We're looking at the replay in our booth right now because we can't believe what we just saw. Captain Herviliak from the low left circle. What a goal.
That is quite possibly the goal of the year as of now for the Sun Devils. As Herviliak, from a seemingly impossible angle on the near side, outside of the faceoff circle, basically underneath the faceoff circle, just absolutely whipped that net cord.
McNeely with a great ice vision play there to see Havrilyak cutting down the left circle. But now NAU trying to generate something. Cole, I'm in disbelief at the goal I just saw.
That was one of the better goals we've seen here at Oceanside in a while. As a wrist shot's thrown in on Seltenreich, he'll block it aside. That goal might need to be sent into Bucci Main, otherwise known as John Butchergross, for one of his top places. He'll appreciate that one on Twitter, hashtag college hockey.
Wouldn't be the first time that Arizona State hockey has made it onto SportsCenter this year. If you don't think that Arizona State wants to run up a College of Canyon score on NAU tonight, you are mistaken. These players are fired up. They want to put pucks in the net, and they want to put them in the net with fire and passion.
That puck touches the ceiling, and it will draw a face-off back in the ASU zone. Just a minute and 15 seconds left to go.
ASU has their 3-goal lead back, but it's still a good period, I think, for NAU in the fact they were able to get on the board with a nice power play goal using special teams to their advantage. They hold it at 4-1 here going into the second period. You get a lucky bounce or two in the second period, maybe in the third period. You can put ASU in a tough position having to defend a 1-goal lead, something they don't have to do very often, if ever. NAU's far from out of this game, but they got to pick up the pace here, get some offensive pressure, get shots on net on Seltenreich.
Under a minute to play in this first period as ASU has the puck in their own zone. They'll flip it out to center ice where NAU will take it and send it right back in. John Randall along the far boards. Evades 2 defenders, and he'll cross it over to Jordan LeClaire. LeClaire with the nifty little deke through the legs, but he can't control the puck altogether, and NAU takes over. Jordan LeClaire collides with his own player there, and they're forced to make a change. ASU takes over at center ice and looking for Justin Butler's Jason Kuda. He gets checked from behind by Kirby Carlson, that is. And the buzzer sounds on what was an extremely exciting first period, filled with a little bit of physicality, but defined by extremely impressive goals altogether. ASU tacked 4 onto the board. NAU got 1 before ASU's 4th goal with Justin Vriliak with one of the most amazing shots we've seen for ASU. Bobby, how impressed were you with the period that ASU just played?
I'm very impressed. That might have been the best period of hockey that I've seen ASU play at home this season. They're fired up, they're passionate, they're finishing their checks, taking their man, not letting them get any open ice against Ryan Seltenreich. The one power play goal that NAU got, that was just a great pass from Connor McDonald, the captain, to Kirby Carlson down on the low angle. Kirby Carlson's goal for NAU was almost as good as Havrilyak's goal down there from the same area, low on the left circle, having to make the goalie cut across his crease. So good play from both teams, and ASU just has more breaks so far, which is why it's 4-1.
Well, we've seen excitement so far, and we've still got 40 minutes left to play, but we'll leave the rest of it up to the intermission crew, who you'll see after this break down everything that happened in the first 20 minutes.
right, here we are after that first period, and ASU leads 4-1. Now, last night's game, ASU and NAU, they took a while to score. 15 minutes into that game until ASU finally scored last night. This game, we've seen something much different. A couple of minutes in, we've seen ASU with a lot of goals so far. So what can you guys tell me about just their aggressiveness that we've seen from them in this first period?
Well, NAU's bringing the pressure. Yeah, they don't want to lose. They're new rivals, and NAU's come in. They're bringing the pressure. But what I'm seeing is lots of unnecessary pushing. We know you guys are rivals, but just dumb mistakes like getting penalties on cross-checking and having ASU get the power play or NAU get the power play. It's just unnecessary pushing and just, yeah, unnecessary pushing that's kind of like you don't want to do that because you're giving NAU or ASU the power play.
Well, yeah, you touched on the power plays. It was so sloppy in that first period. ASU and both NAU had a ton of power plays, but like you said, Gerardo, ASU has really taken advantage. 2 power play goals so far. NAU couldn't even get a 5-on-3 advantage where they worked out a goal. Their only goal came shorthanded on a goal by Kirby Carlson. So ASU really is doing a great job with their defense, and unfortunately Ryan South didn't like a lot of goal, but still ASU's up 4-0 at the end of this first period.
You know, you guys talked about the penalties, and as far as special teams go, that is something that ASU has done very well with. So at this point in the season, now I talked with West Star at practice the other day, and even he had to say how great the special teams has been doing, and just how that's one of their biggest strengths they have right now. Now we were talking about Pews earlier in the game, and you wanted to kind of touch on that?
Yeah, Puce has 3 assists so far in this first period, and like that Twitter question posed, will Liam Puce put one in the back of the net? Yeah, I think he will. I think it's his night. 3 assists so far. He should get a goal to go along with that, and he's been doing a great job on the defense as well.
Now,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Liam Puce, like Noah said, he's doing a great job. The goal I want to talk about, though, Ryan Seltenreich, I don't know if you're going to touch on that right now, but what a goal. Like, I watch soccer. I didn't think I was going to be as hyped as I do when I watch Mexico play. But after Ryan Seltenreich get that goal, I was screaming in Spanish, golazo, because that was just a phenomenal
That was top
goal.
shelf.
Yeah, that was the Havrilliak goal.
Oh, Havrilliak, sorry.
Yeah, it was
Seltenreich, goalie, yeah.
They're both 2 great players. So
Exactly.
what do you know?
There we go. Now, as far as NAU goes, what do they need to change up on offense and even defense as well to stop ASU and maybe put a few in the net?
Well, how Noah said, the snoppiness. That's what's kind of getting NAU down right now. They're a good team, 19 wins, 5 losses. They could definitely come back. They scored that goal, just a 3-goal deficit. So just the sloppiness. Don't push and shove when you're not supposed to. I respect protecting your goalie, but when it's unnecessary, it's unnecessary. So just the sloppiness, they need to fix that.
I think they just need to communicate with each other. ASU is doing a great job of communicating on the bench. Hit them! We really need to just play like this. And, they're really just talking on the bench and really communicating between line changes as well. And NAU's bench, I don't really see much of that, much dialogue. So NAU really needs to just be comfortable with themselves and really just take it to ASU in the second period. I think that they're playing right now physicality-wise on the same level as ASU, but I think that NAU really needs to just do a better job of communicating, trying to move the puck around, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the physicality is up there, and I think as far as NAU goes, they need to pick up. They need to get a little more aggressive as far as shots on goal and stuff like that. Now, in the second period, I do see maybe NAU putting another goal or 2 in the net. I think they're going to pick it up. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree. NAU is a great team, like I said. Don't be surprised if they come back. They have great players, great talent. Just like Noah said, though, they need to communicate, fix the sloppiness, and they're still in the game.
Watch out for Greg Park. He's leading them right now in points with 36. I think he is a great offensive talent. I think he puts one in the back of the net in the second period. But I also think NAU is going to ASU is also going to counter with a couple goals.
Oh,
as well.
yeah, and now that's definitely got to watch out for. And with 2 of their top 3 leading point scorers, he's definitely going to be the most likely one to kind of step up and get those goals for them. Now, as we head into the second period, ASU leads 4-1. You're going to catch the rest of the game with the call from Bobby and Cole. I'm Megan Play, and alongside me is Gerardo Baltier and Noah Friedman. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Oceanside Ice Arena for the second period of tonight's matchup between the ASU Sun Devils and the NAU IceJacks. Cole Feinblum alongside Bobby Kraus here to bring you the exciting action for the rest of the game. Right off the bat, NAU bringing some pressure into the ASU zone, but Jace Davis is able to clear the blue line just barely and gets it out to center ice. Taken behind the net of ASU once more. Liam Hughes grabs control and he'll ring it around the boards for Jordan LeClaire. Hughes slow to get up as he received a check from behind the net. Quick guy Blystow, 2-on-1. John Randall. Randall with the wrist shot! Off the shoulder of Anthony Caruso and into the netting above the goal.
Liam Hughes just now got to the bench after having that huge check from NAU in his own end. Staying on the bench, looks to be okay. Probably a lower body injury as he limped to the bench, getting all the way there. It's a big period here for Northern Arizona. Got to get a goal here early, try and establish some momentum, establish a pace to your game that you want to play. Get yourself back into this game.
Brady Morgan's centering pass goes right into the crease of Caruso, and he's able to cover it up once more, and the whistle is blown. It was a 5-goal first period, 4 of which were scored by the Sun Devils, 1 NAU goal. Fast-paced action throughout the first 20. We will see if that carries over into this second period. Puck is sent out to center ice, and NAU will tip it deep into the ASU zone. Dan Kenzie gives chase. Kenzie holding on to the puck. He'll look to carry it out of the zone. He overskates the puck just a bit, and Butler's forced to take it all the way back. Good forecheck here so far for the IceJacks. Finally, that puck squirts loose out of the red line to the neutral zone, once again tipped into the ASU territory. Gregory Park ridden all the way to the boards by Kenzie and taken over by ASU. Stretch pass along to Brady Morgan, who tips it ahead, giving chase to his own pass. Morgan shoved up along the board, still controls the puck. Now Butler in the near side corner. Butler takes a hit. He's got 3 NAU players on him, and it's taken away by Gregory Park. Across the blue line he goes. Up to Corey Brody. Brody on his backhand. Sends it over to Park, and a great save there by Seltenreich coming out of his crease to cut the angle off. Now up ice ASU. Justin Havrilyak, who had that amazing goal to end that first period, centers it over just to a slew of blue jerseys there, only NAU around. Now ASU unhappy with the icing call. It's going both ways here as the puck's loose behind the ASU net. The icing call that was not called in that sequence. Puck's tipped away by Havrilyak, sent around the boards, but held in at the point. Corey Brody. Brody keeps it in the zone, and he tip it along down behind the net. Ben Russell gets shoved down. ASU takes over, but it's tipped away. Now in on net, and a wrist shot sent in by Daniel Diaz is taken over by Seltenreich, and a stop to play. 16:55 left to go in the second period.
First big save of the period there for Seltenreich. Diaz cutting down from the left circle, in on him. Shot ended up right in Seltenreich's breadbasket. Diaz unable to pick a corner there. Seltenreich been playing very big tonight, not giving up a lot of rebounds, sucking up anything that comes his way, except for the one outstanding power play goal scored by NAU.
Liam Hughes back out on the ice for ASU. He sends it along ahead for Daniel Gowans. Gowans blows a tire along the near side boards, but ASU still controls Steven Castelli. Puck's over to Chase Davis. Davis, the one-time shot! That one goes over the net all the way back around to the near side point where Liam Hughes holds on to it. Now taken away, but a good interception there by Hughes to keep control and send it right back down into the NAU zone.
You're not going to get that pass past Liam Hughes with his outstanding reach. You got to get it way outside his area code in order to connect a pass against him.
Hughes 6'3" without skates. Just imagine the size with skates, an imposing force, as we've said throughout this year.
He's definitely the linchpin of everything the Sun Devils want to do. Size, strength, skill. When he's out there, it makes this team so much better.
Puck's held in by Jacob Weissman, and Weissman winds up, fires a slap shot. More of a slap pass down to Wesley Starr. Starr's pass to Kenzie was just outside the zone. And now some extra pushing and shoving here as John Randall's getting involved down in the corner. They'll break it up as nothing's going to happen right now. Refs get down there in time to separate the players.
Cole, something you and I talked about during the intermission. It's only going to take one big swing, one big hit, one big forecheck, one big shot to possibly to tip this thing over and have the emotions just go out all over the place. We got coincidental minors there on Randall and Jack Manning of NAU, most likely for unsportsmanlike conduct.
They're going to be chirping a bit down there in the penalty boxes for the next 2 minutes.
Don't be surprised if they're chirping at each other coming out of the penalty box. You might see something there. We didn't really see anything of the sort for the first 4 minutes of the period. Everything was clean. There weren't really any hard checks after the whistle. But there was just one event that can spill this thing over. Everyone better be on their toes here, as it could happen at any time.
4-on-4 skating for the next 2 minutes of this period, as it's the second time in this game that we've seen coincidentals issued for unsportsmanlike conduct. So now a lot more open space comes into play here for both teams, as one less skater's out there for each squad. Puck goes up to the point for Jacob Pascali, and Pascali sends it back down to Kirby Carlson, but it's cleared out of the zone. Jason Kuda intercepts that pass and gives it off to Ryan McNeely. One-on-one skating. McNeely with a beautiful D, gets in the slot and fires a wrist shot. McNeely toe drag right to the back of the net. Beautiful execution. 5-1 ASU.
Cole, you just said it. 4-on-4, it opens up the ice, gives a lot more players space. 4-on-4 benefits the skill players. Ryan McNeely is about as skilled as it gets on Arizona State's roster. Little toe drag with a shoulder fake going inside to out, making Anthony Caruso cut across his crease. That's always what ASU tries to do when they're moving in on a skill player moving in. They always want to try and get the goaltender moving across his crease. It opens up the 5-hole. He's not able to get his blocker or his glove up if you want to go top shelf. Ryan McNeely made Caruso cut across from his right to his left, and he went low glove side, making it 5-1 ASU. Cole, this game is taking an absolute mirror image to the one on November 15th. The brawl match that we saw. Another goal or two scored by Arizona State, and NAU might not be able to hold back their frustration anymore.
Well, check there, thrown along the boards, but Austin Ehrlich carries it up ice all the way through, splitting the defense, and the backhand thrown in on net, denied by Caruso.
McNeely and Ehrlich all over the ice tonight, definitely the two best players so far.
And Ehrlich's carrying momentum. He's been that top point scorer in the past few games, as he's been getting goals up on the board lately for the Sun Devils. We've been saying his name a lot as Ryan McNeely fires a dangerous slap shot on the net. Caruso kind of lazily shrugs that one aside and then goes out of play for another stop to play here. Still 20 seconds left to go on the coincidental minors.
Cole, I don't know if we've ever broadcasted a game this season or seen a hockey game in general where you're almost expecting a brawl to happen. It just doesn't happen that often because you never see it as wanting to be part of a team's game plan, but with just the fiercest rivalry between these two teams, almost like an Arizona State-Arizona type rivalry in football, these two teams just want to punish each other, and Northern Arizona might see it as the only option to try and get some kind of win against the Sun Devils if they're able to make them play a physical kind of game, make them come down to their style of play.
Well, ASU still threatening here on the attack as we're back at 5-on-5 skating. Ryan Francis takes the puck behind the NAU net. Chase Davis holds the puck in the zone. He'll flip it back down to Havrilyak with a quick centering pass. Goes all the way across to Davis and out of the zone. Now a slap shot goes high above the net all the way around the boards over to Dedrick Weiss. Weiss with the puck, he'll carry it into the zone. Looks to drop it off, but it's intercepted by Steven Castelli, and he banks it off the boards for Gowans. One-on-one skating. Gowans, wrist shot! And there to cut off the angle is Caruso, who takes the puck into his body.
Gowans was able to beat his man. Dylan Benjamin was able to get on the outside of Benjamin. Anthony Caruso with a great job of hugging the post. Gowans being so far out, almost at the left face-off circle. Caruso knew that he wasn't going to be able to go far side on him, so he just covered up the short side as much as he could, and that's exactly where Gowans was forced to go with this shot. Good save by Caruso.
Dylan Benjamin breaks it off the boards out to center ice, but it goes right to Ryan Francis, who carries it into the zone. Francis has it poked away, and it goes over to Gowans, who's forced to retreat and set up the play once more. Dylan Benjamin carries it across the red line and throws it out of play for another stoppage of play. 12 minutes, 12 seconds left to go in the second period. ASU with a 4-goal lead. 5-1 is the score. It's been exciting. It's been physical. It's been everything a hockey game usually involves, and there's still plenty more to come.
Exciting is the right word to use, Cole. The November 15th game score was 6-2, but it was one of the most exciting games that we saw all season, that we've seen all season, I should say, just in terms of everything that the game encompassed. I've been very entertained by this game. NAU, despite being down 5-1, they've had their fair share of offensive opportunities. They've been showing some skill. They've been showing some strength, some physicality. Just seems like the score really doesn't matter as to the way these two teams play. They're going to play hard. They're going to play fast. They're going to play skill all throughout the 60 minutes.
Dan Kenzie flips it out looking for Wesley Starr, and he's got Randall on his right side. Starr sending pass over to Rondo, controls the bouncing puck, and it goes off the post. And Weissman is shoved down to the ice. An unlucky bounce there for ASU as that one was chipped up and it went off the post, and it was able to be saved by Caruso. Once again, Randall and Weissman involved with some extracurricular pushing and shoving down there. Nothing doing.
Jacob Weissman ended up flipping through the air after the whistle blew. I could have sworn that I saw Benoit Kozanakote almost slew fit Weissman. Someone definitely hit him as he ended up going back first down onto the ice with his legs cut out from underneath him.
Beautiful pass from Butler to Morgan, and Morgan's chip shot just goes over the net. ASU still controls. Now Butler looking for a centering pass. That one squirts all the way to the point for Devon, who flips it into the zone, but it's carried out by NAU. Zach Fader. Fader has it poked away, and Brady Morgan's there to recover to chip it out of the zone. Dangerous pass there. Butler almost intercepted it and would have had a breakout opportunity, and he was able to clear it to center ice. Now Matt Melhoff. Melhoff pinned up along the boards there. Mark Devon recovers. Devon cross-ice pass over to Butler.
3-on-1. Oh, my. Puck just slipped away from Justin Butler there. I got ahead of myself, Cole.
Now a centering pass all the way up to the point. Goes over to McDonald. McDonald drops it off to Gergie. Park! And look at that save from Ryan Seltenreich. Sticks the glove out there and nabs that one. Save and another goal for NAU.
First glance, I thought that puck was in the net. NAU in disbelief that that goal wasn't put in. Ryan Seltenreich coming up huge here.
That puck is swung around the boards all the way out into the NAU zone. Back to retreat, Corey Brody. Brody with the puck, he'll kick it off his skate, carry it across the blue line, and send it into the ASU zone where he takes a check from Ryan McNeely. Austin Ehrlich sends it ahead to Ryan McNeely. Once again, McNeely one-on-one with his beautiful stick work. He'll drop it off this time for Haviliak. Haviliak fakes the drop pack pass, and he fires a wrist shot while that one's deflected above the net. Now the puck's tipped ahead. Corey Brody trying to beat Jace Davis with the puck, but Davis gets there first. He'll swing it around the boards looking for Liam Hughes. Hughes is pinned up along the boards, and the battle for the puck is won by the IceJacks as it squirts behind the ASU goal.
ASU head coach Dennis LeClaire wanted a too many men on the ice penalty. NAU coming dangerously close as they did have 6 men on during a change and came close to touching that puck. Tic-tac call there, very close.
We're going to get an icing call here. NAU will stay on their ice, all 5 of them. Halfway through this second period, only seen 1 goal so far, and that came from the ASU Sun Devils. 5-1 is the score. Cole Feinblum alongside Bobby Kraus. Thank you for tuning in to Cronkite Sports for this broadcast of ASU hockey. Draw held in by Kenzie, and he'll float one in on net, goes wide. Kenzie sent down to the ice as he's slow to get up. Kenzie, you remember, went down earlier in the season with that shoulder injury.
Staying on the ice, though, might be shaken up, but he's definitely okay to play.
Now an open ice hit from Cassiselli as he sends Diaz down, sprawling across the ice. Daniel Diaz getting thrown around there. It's just in a 5-4 frame out on the ice. But he's got heart as he throws a punch to the face of Jacob Weissman. Lucky that the refs didn't spot that one, or else that could have been an easy penalty as Diaz threw somewhat of a cheap shot towards Weissman.
ASU continuing their home ice dominance that they've shown all season, always giving these crowds a great show. And like we said, Cole, this has been an entertaining game, as entertaining as a 5-1 score can be.
Jordan LeClaire with a big check there along the near side boards. NAU takes over. With some speed along the near side, Benoit Cousineau. Cousineau dumps it behind the net looking for a blue jersey, but it finds the white one of Zach Inzer instead, and Wesley Starr's there to take over. Bad turnover in the slot. And the second goal for Kirby Carlson is the second goal for NAU as he capitalizes on a bad turnover, and it's 5-2 ASU. Just 3 goals separating the teams.
Benoit Cousineau went pocket picking, and he found the puck, backhanded it to Kirby Carlson. 5-7 forward for NAU. Carlson backhanded it underneath through the 5-hole of Ryan Seltenreich. 2 goals tonight for Carlson. That puts him at 10 on the season, along with Cousineau-Cote's 12th assist of the season. Cole, 8 minutes to go in this second period. Another 20 to play in the third. NAU gets 1 more goal here in this second period. It's going to be an interesting third period. It's just what we said last period when it was 3-1 Arizona State. Now NAU needs to build up this momentum. Get yourself another goal. Give yourself a chance in the third period where a bounce or 2 can maybe help you out, go your way, be able to get pucks past Seltenreich, which is always very tough to do.
Now Jason Kuda. Kuda along the near side. Little hesitation step as he controls the puck. Kuda drops it off for Hughes, who fires a quick wrist shot in on net. Another screen there from Morgan. Almost identical to that first goal, except that this one went wide of the net.
Cole, it almost seems like head coach Dennis LeClaire has a set play set up for when he wants Liam Hughes to shoot. In the Utah series, we saw him passing on his wicked slap shot that can beat almost any goaltender based purely on speed and go for a wrist shot where he can get more accuracy. Now head coach Dennis LeClaire always has a screen set up in front of the net for when Hughes gets the puck at the high point, trying to use his slap shot and a screened goalie, which can beat a goaltender almost every single time with that speed.
Another turnover there for ASU. This time Seltenreich's in position as he gets his stick down on the ice to make that save, and now Butler carries it up ice. Butler flips it ahead looking for Jace Davis, but NAU gets their stick in that lane. ASU still taking over.
Got an injured IceJack down in the corner. It's number 23, James Takas, but he looks to be all right.
McNeely holds that one in the zone as he's pinching along the boards. Austin Ehrlich with the puck on his backhand, flips it over to Weisman, who one-times it over to Kenzie. Kenzie with the wrist shot. That one's blocked down in front. NAU's body's getting in the way of that one.
Zach Fader with the block there. Good stick work.
Now Havrilyak looking for a centering pass to Kenzie, but another stick on the ice for NAU gets in the way.
One aspect of play for NAU that's been very strong tonight is their sticks in the lanes.
Now a dangerous play as Ehrlich throws one on the net. McNeely's there. Goalie's out of the net, but NAU controls and they're able to clear the zone. Kenzie's there to get the puck for ASU.
I was going to say, Cole, NAU with their sticks in the passing lanes of Arizona State, that's always a critical aspect of the game that you need against the Sun Devils, because as we've been saying all season, their passes are so crisp and so accurate, you have to get sticks in the lanes.
Now Gowans with the wrist shot! Crossbar challenge. Daniel Gowans wins. Unfortunately, that's not what he was going for there. He was going for the goal. That one bounced right back to him.
That's the second post shot of the night for the Sun Devils. Anthony Caruso owes a lot to his friendly friend back there.
Refs spotting out. NAU trying to make a tricky line change there. Of course, icing was the call. They cannot make the change, so Zach Fader will be heading back onto the ice.
NAU trying a little trickery there to get an advantage, but number 3, Zach Fader, forced to come back onto the ice. And he wins the faceoff there. Good play from Fader.
Now dangerous play, Gregory Park. It's down there for NAU as he centers it into the slot, but it's taken away by ASU. NAU can't chase the puck into the zone as there was a delayed offsides call. ASU will take it over and flip it all the way down the ice. Jace Davis now for the Sun Devils. He sauced it along to West Star. Star with some space, fires a slap shot, looking for that left corner. As that one grabs one of the stanchions on that boards and just stopped dead in its tracks over there. Bodies flying all over the place as LeClaire blew a tire over there. Puck goes down to Wesley Starr. Starr net for Jace Davis for a shot into the body of Caruso, and another save is made. 4 minutes and some change left to go in this second period.
Just as NAU's energy seemed to be invigorated by that power play goal they scored midway through the first period, that goal that they just scored, by the second by Kirby Carlson, getting this back to a 3-goal deficit, has definitely brought a lot of fire into the NAU IceJacks. They're playing with a lot more passion than they already were. 3-goal lead for ASU is definitely not insurmountable, as NAU has 4 players with 30-plus points this season. If they can just get some extended pressure and time spent in ASU's offensive zone, they definitely have the skill necessary to get themselves back into this game.
NAU takes that draw and they'll flip it out to center ice where Jace Davis takes control, but it's slapped right back into the Sun Devil zone. Liam Hughes is able to advance the puck up to Jordan LeClaire. LeClaire's pass is intercepted there by Jack Manning, and Manning will carry it up ice. Taken away by West Star once again. Jordan LeClaire tips that puck ahead. Giving chase is Benjamin Dillon for NAU. He gets there first and he'll flip it out of the IceJack zone. Now an opportunity here for the IceJacks as a wrist shot sent in on net by Christopher Barrett was just blocked wide by Steltenreich. Now ASU is able to flip the puck out of the zone here. That was a dangerous chance for the IceJacks. Crisis was averted as Steltenreich was able to make that save. Justin Butler will skate the puck out of his own zone, and across the red line he'll go. Looking to go coast to coast here. He's gone all the way through. But receives a big check there from James Takos, denying that coast-to-coast goal.
Butler getting right back up after he was shoved down to the ice and threw a big check in on NAU IceJack player. The physicality is coming in short bursts, I should say. Not really any extended physical type plays where there's a lot of pushing and shoving, teams are relying more on skill.
Kuda's centering pass goes all the way over to Jacob Weissman along the far side boards. Brady Morgan pinching down, trying to hold that one as it goes over to Kirby Carlson. NAU takes that puck out of the zone, sends it into the Sun Devil territory. Jacob Weissman gives you chase, and he'll flip it right back out to center ice. Brady Morgan across the blue line. He drops it off for Kuda, but he can't bring that puck to the front as it was back checked away from him. Dangerous bouncing puck tipped in on net. Anthony Caruso blocks that one aside. NAU takes over. Carlson dumps that puck into the ASU zone looking for a quick change. Just a minute and a half left to go in this second period. ASU leading 5-2. Both teams with 1 goal in this period. A little bit less than that first period as we saw. Now Havrilak backhand just around the net. Goes wide. McNeely looking to go to Ehrlich for a give and go action, but it's intercepted by Zach Fader, and he'll bring it around the boards. Held in. Preston Ames. Ames' wrist shot goes all the way down. Alone down there is McNeely. Over to Havrilak. Havrilak trying to pound that one home. The puck is in the net. Laying down in the crease there was was Anthony Caruso as the puck was covered up. Austin Ehrlich was shoved into the net as he tipped over Anthony Caruso. Tough two-hand shove from the back. Just a minute left to go in the second period.
Cole, you could hear the energy of the collective crowd here at Oceanside Ice Arena ready to go through the roof when all that pushing and shoving started. They know the history, the fans do, of this rivalry, what's happened this season. Everyone knows what could happen here tonight if things go a certain way. And we have a penalty up on the board right now as Gregory Parks in the box for NAU. We'll wait for what the call is. Most likely either a tripping call or an unsportsmanlike conduct. Or I should say a roughing call or an unsportsmanlike conduct.
He knocked Ehrlich right down into that net with a two-hand shove from the back. Nonetheless, with a minute left in this period, ASU's got 2 minutes on the power play. Ryan Francis, slap shot from the point. Clearly seen all the way through Caruso, and he made that save. 55 left to go.
Francis shot that puck just a fraction of a second too early. Ehrlich was cutting across the crease, coming from the right circle near the boards, trying to get in front of Caruso just as the puck was being shot. A moving screen there. Francis should have shot it just a fraction of a second late.
Now Ehrlich's shot is deflected over the net. Jace Davis pinching down along the boards as he'll tip it right back. Ehrlich skating around behind the net, looking for a centering pass to Morgan. Puck bouncing around in the slot, taken away, but held in by Francis. Francis gives it off to Jace Davis, and he'll center it over to McNeely with a quick wrist shot. Shouldered aside by Caruso. Now NAU takes over. They're going to look for a shorthanded attack here with 15 seconds left to go in this period. Quickly up, and Dedrick Wise fires a wrist shot right into the glove of Seltenreich. 13 left to go. If ASU doesn't get a goal on this power play by the end of the second period, there's going to be a minute that's going to carry over into the final period of play.
Some more jarring and talking after the whistle in front of the NAU bench. Tension's definitely going to be mounting here. We'll have to see if anything carries over into the third period. My bet is that it will, Cole.
It's a safe bet. Battle for the puck, just Kirby Carlson laying on top of it, just trying to kill off the end of this period as we've got 4 left to go. It doesn't look like ASU's going to have enough time to stage anything. Hopefully Weissman doesn't fire one in on net, as there's going to be some stuff that breaks out. There's still some more pushing and shoving as Havrilak and Carlson are getting involved down there in the corner. Refs getting involved and clearing the ice, just trying to get everyone out of there by the end of this period. Weissman down there. Jacob Pascali around. Now it's Weissman and Benoit Cousineau trying to get involved here. Players do not want to exit the ice. Weissman just trying to skate away. Justin Butler helping him do that. Appears that everything's going to be all right here. see if the refs issue any penalties after the buzzer was sounded. We're unsure as of yet. Down there in the corner is Gregory Park. He's discussing with the refs what just went down, seeing if there's going to be any penalties issued. But after a after a quite eventful period in this first period, we saw a little bit less goals, but a little more physicality. What is going to carry over into the third period?
It's going to be tensions carrying over into the third period. And it's going to be a very delicate balance for Northern Arizona because they are still in this game. If they kill off the last 55 seconds of the ASU power play, they've shown that they can generate enough offensive prowess and generate chances to get pucks past Seltenreich. They have Kirby Carlson to thank for that right now as he has both their goals. NAU cannot abandon their quest for this game right now and go straight to trying to knock ASU into the stands through the boards because they still have a game to win. They're very capable of winning this game. As I mentioned, 4 players on their roster with 30-plus points in 23 games played. It's going to be a very, very interesting third period.
Well, there's bad blood up on the ice. We will see if anything happens for that. But for now, we're going to let the intermission crew right after this break down what happened before the buzzer and after the buzzer. We'll see you back here for that third period buzzer when it sounds in just about 20 minutes.
we are with the second intermission. ASU leads NAU 5-2. I'm Megan Plain. Alongside me is Joe Constantine and Gerardo Valtierra. Now, a lot of physicality in that period, more than we saw in the first. We saw Gregory Park. He really was an instigator for NAU, and at the end we saw Wiseman trying to instigate things for ASU. So what do you guys have to say about the physicality we saw in that period?
Well, Gregory Park, as you said, he's their top scorer for NAU, so he needs to be careful. I don't think he wants to get in a fight right now, get suspended for the next game. So it's just unnecessary pushing and shoving, like I said in the last intermission. That can't happen. NAU got a penalty in the last minute of play, and it's just dumb mistakes like that that'll have ASU win this game.
Well, you say Wiseman. Also point out Randall in that second period for Arizona State. He's been getting chippy with a lot of NAU guys. And you also notice Havrilliak getting in there. When the captain's getting involved with stuff like that, there's some stuff being said on the ice that we can't hear up here in the broadcast booth, but something's going down for the captain to be getting involved in that situation there.
Now, Seltenreich, he's been doing a great job in net tonight, making some fantastic saves. So what do you guys think about the job he's been doing compared to NAU's goaltender?
Well, Seltenreich's doing an amazing job. Yes, they did score 2, but there was nothing he could do about that. He's doing a great job. His defense is backing him up, diving for the puck. NAU's defense need to do that more, and they need to dive for the puck. They need to be active down there, and their goalie, NAU's goalie's been doing pretty well.
The second goal NAU scored, which was in the second period, puck was kind of around the net for a little bit, and I feel like Arizona State was too busy trying to lay hard hits on NAU. They didn't really do anything to get the puck out of the zone. There was absolutely no forecheck there, giving Seltenreich zero chance to see what the puck was doing. A lot of people in the net. Puck gets moved out to the right wing. They shoot it in. That's their second goal in the night. That's a 5-2 ball game right now, guys. And let me tell you, it's going to get chippy. It's going to get intense. But Arizona State needs to keep their heads up. This is only a 3-goal lead. Anything can happen. They can't have late, stupid penalties in this period. They need to play smart, move the puck well, and get out of here with the win.
I like how you pointed out those hard hits that were a little bit costly for these teams. Now, I think looking ahead into the third period, I think we're going to see them try and put on a lot more hits. And so I think a key to that third period is to maybe calm that down a little bit and just focus on hockey, not who can get a harder hit on the other person, because then you see costly mistakes like that being made. What kind of keys to the third period do you guys see moving forward?
Well, like I said, the offense is doing well, the defense is doing well. NAU needs to step up, need to play a better game. The sloppiness can't be there. Dumb penalties can't be there. If NAU does that, fixes that, gets their communication going, they could get back into this game.
Big thing for me going into the third period, Arizona State neutral zone turnovers. In between the blue lines, Arizona State's turned the puck over a lot. They're not moving it as well as they were in the first period. They only got 1 goal in the second period. I look for them to move the puck a lot better, calm down. I'm sure the coach went and had a nice talk with them in the locker room, telling them to calm down, take it easy. So I want them to move the puck more, use the point, get to guys like Hughes up top, move it down, and score some goals in the third period, come out of here to win.
All right, now the score right now is 5-2. It'll be 4-on-4 heading into this third period. Stay tuned and catch the call with Bobby and Cole.
Welcome back, Oceanside Ice Arena. Final 20 minutes of play here in this exciting and action-packed game featuring the ASU Sun Devils and the NAU IceJacks. 5-2 is the score. Cole Feinblum, Bobby Kraus with me. We talked about right before the end of the second period how ASU would have a power play carried over, and it would be 55 seconds. But due to some activity after the buzzer had sounded, it is now 4-on-4 skating as Jacob Weissman is in the box for pushing and shoving. Little bit of extracurricular activity, and so now we have 4-on-4 skating, and then after that, NAU was going to have the power play.
I should say NAU will have about 1 minute and 5 seconds of 5-on-4 power play time. That should be enough if they can get the puck away from Arizona State to set up a few good offensive chances on the power play, try and cut this to a 2-goal lead.
Last time we saw 4-on-4 skating, ASU took full advantage, and Ryan McNeely put away a goal for ASU. We'll see what happens if we still got 15 seconds right before Gregory Park exits the box for NAU. Cross-ice pass intercepted by Zach Fader for NAU, and he'll flip it along into the zone. Jace Davis back there first.
Park out of the box.
Now McDonald with the wrist shot through traffic off the chest of Seltenreich. ASU can't clear the zone. It goes right back to McDonald. Kirby Carlson just hiding around at that point, looking to get his third goal of the game as ASU's able to slap the one out of the zone all the way back down behind the NAU net.
45 seconds to go on the power play for NAU. Now is the time to try and set up a good offensive scheme, get pressure, cycle the puck down from low to high, get a good chance.
Now McDonald all the way through. Starting pass up to Gregory Park, and his one finds the crossbar and doesn't go home. That's 2 crossbar shots we've seen this far this game. NAU still controls. Puck is tipped, held in at the blue line. Now it goes out of the zone as Leclerc is able to backhand flip that one all the way down, dangerously close to a 2-goal game as Gregory Park hit the crossbar.
Time for one last rush for NAU, but they've got to be quick with it.
Now odd man advantage here. Dedrick Weiss. Weiss with a wrist shot. Blocked down by Zach Inzer, and it goes wide. Held in at the point, but that one's deflected up. They can't clear the zone. There's another chance. Inzer sprawls out on the ground and blocks another shot. We're back at full strength. ASU is able to narrowly escape a 2-goal game. Now all the way down the other end, Ryan Francis. Francis will drop it back down to Daniel Gowans, and Gowans leaves it off for Caselli, who rips that one all the way up to the ceiling above the net.
Shot deflected off Caruso's shoulder, high into the netting. 17:38 to go here in the third period. We had a score of 5-2. Arizona State Sun Devils. Cole, I would say that if NAU wants to give themselves a legitimate chance to get back in this game, they need to have it at 5-3 by about the 14-minute mark, because then that gives you 7-minute increments to get yourselves the other 2 goals that you need. 3-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey, as they always say, but time is against the NAU IceJacks.
Preston Ames in a race for the puck. He's able to get his stick down on the ice and deny a breakout opportunity there, and ASU is able to clear the zone. Now Brady Morgan. Morgan trying to split the defense. He'll drop it off for Jason Kudo, who fires the wrist shot. Sticked aside by Caruso. Liam Hughes plays it over for Kudo, who advances it along to Brady Morgan, who takes a check, but he's able to drop it off for Butler. Butler with the wrist shot blocked down in front. He still controls the puck all the way around the net. Now the IceJacks take over all the way around for Benoit Cousineau. Cousineau plays it out of the zone. Now NAU on a one-on-one opportunity. Wrist shot in on net. Easy save as Seltenreich sticks that one aside. Opportunity denied.
Austin Ehrlich giving up his body on that play, going prone, taking away the low angle shots for Cousineau, forcing him to shoot high where Seltenreich's glove and blocker already were, giving Seltenreich less of a room to have to move, covering less ground. Obviously, he was able to deflect it into the netting.
Face-off won by ASU behind their own net as it goes to Jacob Weissman. And a bouncing puck's held along the point by McDonald. Now back behind the net for Ben Russell. Over to Cousineau, back down to Russell. Now up to the point for a wrist shot, looking for a deflection, but it's blocked down by Seltenreich and taken over by ASU. Austin Ehrlich along the far side. He looks to center it, but it's taken away by Connor Darr and flipped out of the zone to Weissman at center ice, where he'll rip it right back down. McDonald pushing the tempo just a bit, looking to advance up ice, but denied by Leclerc, forcing him to retreat once more. Puck's tipped ahead. Mark Devon's there first, and he backhands it over to Zach Inzer. Inzer advances it all the way up to Wesley Starr. Starr on a breakout opportunity, firing a wrist shot! And frozen in net is Anthony Caruso as Wesley Starr went over the pad, under the blocker. 6-2 ASU, a crucial goal to separate the differential back to 4.
Sun Devils with a long stretch pass out of their own defensive end found Wesley Starr behind the NAU defense. Anthony Caruso did not know which way to go, which side to take away from Wesley Starr. He picked the glove side midsection, ripped it past Caruso, and it's back to a 4-goal lead for Arizona State. That could be the dagger for NAU. Obviously, there's plenty of time left in this period if a couple of breaks go NAU's way. But that's a demoralizing goal, you would think, for NAU to give up. Now Devon goes tumbling down to the ice off the hit from Jack Manning.
Mark Devon will advance the puck up ice over to John Randall. Randall just fires a wrist shot in on net. An innocent wrist shot. And caught looking was Anthony Caruso. Must have taken his eye off the puck for just a split second as that one just trickled underneath him into the net. A brutal blow there to the NAU IceJacks, and it's now 7-2 ASU.
Cole, I don't know how that puck got through. It was right in Caruso's breadbasket. You're right, Cole. He must have just taken his eye off that puck because that should not in any way, shape, or form gone into the net. And that will signal the end of the night for Anthony Caruso as number 33, Seth Coleman, will take over.
After giving up 6 in 2 periods and 5 minutes work, and you're going a different direction here with the netminders. And understandably so. NAU now pressuring in the AC zone, but taken away by Jace Davis and rung around over, looking for Liam Hughes. Loose puck in the neutral zone, taken away by ASU, and they'll flip it along into the NAU zone. Daniel Gowans will take it off the boards. Now centering pass to Jace Davis as he loses his balance, can't get a shot off. ASU changing on the fly as they're still controlling in their offensive zone. Now still battling along the near side boards. No one with clear control as of yet. Puck goes out of play. Whistle is blown. 14 minutes, 1 second left to go in this third period. ASU leading as of now. Score on the board should be 7-2, I believe.
Score is 7-2.
There should be a too many men on the ice penalty here as the refs blow the whistle. As NAU had 6 guys on the ice. One of them was desperately sprinting off the ice. But just seeing as the ref blew the whistle a split second too early. No penalty issue to the IceJacks. Now NAU threatening as a backhand flipped in on net, saved down by Seltenreich. Puck loose in the slot. As that puck was just trickling there in the blue paint. NAU still controls. Ryan Greenspan for NAU. Centering pass. Tipped out. Diedrich Weiss can't control. Austin Ehrlich sends it along the boards out of the zone to Justin Havrilyak. Havrilyak drops it off for McNeely. McNeely trying another toe drag. This time has it poked away. NAU gets control. Dan Kenzie takes over for the Sun Devils. He advances the puck along to McNeely, who sends it out to center ice. Puck finally settled down by Kenzie, and he'll flip it up. He'll flip it up high into the beams in the ceiling here at Oceanside Ice Arena for another stop to play, as the score on the board has now changed to 7-2, the correct score for the Sun Devils, leading by 5.
Cole now with a 5-goal lead. Watch out, because NAU's tempers are definitely going to be flaring. They gave up a goal that they definitely shouldn't have, 2 goals that they really shouldn't have. They let Wesley Starr sneak into their defensive zone all alone, completely unmatched. And then Caruso with the bad mistake, letting the puck trickle past him when it should have been safely saved underneath him. This was exactly what happened the last time these two teams met. ASU got a quick third period goal, and that pretty much sent NAU over the edge. Haven't seen anything quite, but just as they say that, they score.
NAU sent a puck in on net. Benoit Cousineau threw one up there, and it was deflected Seltenreich was playing the low ball there. That one was deflected high into the net. Puck found its way home, and now it is 7-3. ASU leading by 4.
Sorry to steal your goal moment there, Cole. Puck going high on Seltenreich's blocker side. Unable to get his blocker out there to deflect it into this netting. Now 7-3 Sun Devils. It's going to take quite a swing of momentum to get NAU back even with 4 goals in 12 minutes. But anything is possible. As I've been saying all night, just get a couple of breaks, get something to go their way that normally wouldn't. They might be able to find themselves with a chance to tie this game. Unlikely, though.
Ben Russell's the one who caught that deflection, was able to put that one in the net. Cousineau's the one who threw that one towards Russell. So it is now 7-3 ASU with 12 minutes left to go in the final period of play.
Cole, one more thing to keep in mind with the tempers flaring and pressure mounting, or I should say tensions mounting. These two teams are not finished playing yet this season. February 13th and 14th, they're playing one more home-and-home series to wrap up the regular season for both teams. So anything that happens tonight in the next 11 or so minutes will definitely carry over into those two games. That might be the tipping point of the season where things will boil over and the rivalry will reach its full potential, you would imagine.
Well, last game of the season, I can't imagine either team leaving anything out there. So they're going to be putting everything down the ice as there was an intentional offsides call on the play. The faceoff's going all the way back down into the ASU zone.
Especially because these teams are going to be playing for playoff spots. NAU coming into the game at 19-5. Sun Devils coming into the game at 23-1. These two teams are very evenly matched, close in the standings, and they're going to want to leave everything out on the ice that they can, trying to get all the points possible.
Kuda's wrist shot was deflected into the netting, and there's a stop to play, face-off down in the NAU zone. Now Kuda with the puck. Kuda trickling in, fires a cross-ice pass over to Butler along the far boards. Butler gets bumped down and NAU takes over. McDonald up the ice. Centering pass deflected in on net. That one goes sideways. Did it cross the line? No call from the ref. This is going to be interesting as Seltenreich is sprawled across the goal line. The refs were out of position. The linesmen could not get down there in time to declare a goal or not.
It is a goal!
The refs declared a goal. That is a brutal call for ASU as neither ref was along the goal line there to make the official call. So that is a split-second call. The refs conferred. They indeed made the decision that it would be a goal. So now it is 7-4 ASU. NAU with some momentum, threatening a little bit here with still 11 minutes to go.
It looks like the goal will be credited to number 22, Corey Briotti. ASU bench is incensed at that call. Dan Kenzie furious, trying to plead his case to the linesman. Havriliak, the captain. But Cole, just as we were saying, this game might be out of reach. NAU has us at a 3-goal deficit with 11:19 to go in the third. If they get one more quick goal, let's say before the 10-minute mark, it's going to be a very, very interesting finish. Game's not over yet.
And as mentioned earlier, that is an extremely tough goal credited to NAU as that could have gone either way. The refs were not on the goal line as they're supposed to be. Usually you'll have a ref behind the net who's able to look over the top of the goal and he could see the goal line. He'll see if a puck crosses over. The puck needs to be fully over the goal line to be declared an official goal. The refs conferred, even though none of them were behind the goal. They deemed it a goal as what they saw with their plain eyes from behind the play. Nonetheless, it's another goal, and just like that, NAU, one more, put it on the board. Folks, we've got a game in our hands. 2 goals now, 7-5 is the score, and NAU is pumped up. The crowd is on their feet. They're ready to go. They want to win here.
Cole, I believe that's a hat-trick goal for Kirby Carlson. Play was developing behind the ASU net with Kirby Carlson, number 2, and Captain Cameron McDonald both battling against ASU for the puck. Kirby Carlson looks like he was able to get a wraparound, and I think he banked it off the back leg of Seltenreich because it ended up on a weird angle deflecting into the net. It is the hat-trick goal for Carlson. As now, Cole, 10 minutes and 39 seconds to get 2 goals. With 3 goals scored in such quick fashion, NAU's going to be playing with a ton of momentum here. This game is now extremely far from over.
ASU on their heels just a bit. Forced Dunclair to call a timeout here. He's going to try and regroup the troops here for the Sun Devils. As they need to find an answer as they've given up 3 quick goals. Seltenreich is a little bit shaken up in net. I don't believe they're going to go with the goalie change, as Seltenreich's proven he can stay strong down there, but ASU heads out of their huddle onto the ice, still holding on to a 2-goal lead, but plenty of time for NAU to come back and answer to make this a tie game. We will see what happens, as with this early timeout, ASU burns their last rest, so if there's any sustained pressure from NAU and an icing call, ASU might be out of luck on that one sequence, so we'll see what happens down low as Wesley Starr carries it up ice, fires a wrist shot, blocked down before it even reached the keep.
Cole, NAU's playing with a newfound swagger here, making crisp plays, deking past their man. It shows you what 3 quick goals will do for a team.
That puck went out of the zone. Offsides will be the call.
James Takis trying his best impression to make it onto New England's roster for the field goal unit for this Sunday's Super Bowl, trying to kick that puck into the offensive zone. He was unable to do so. ASU has not lost their composure yet, but they are definitely frustrated as they come back to the bench, slamming their stick against the boards. They're obviously very displeased with themselves, giving up 3 quick goals, 2 of which they really believe should not have happened.
That puck goes out of play one more time, and another whistle is blown.
Now, Cole, as we've been building up all of this hype throughout the night that another brawl might take place with the history between these 2 teams, all that's got to go out the window now. This game is now back within reach for Northern Arizona. You cannot put yourself down a man with a fighting disqualification of any kind. They got to try and abandon the physical style of play, not entirely. Still want to be able to finish your checks, throw your body around, but do not get yourself back out of this game by taking a fighting disqualification.
Now Francis over to Gowans with the wrist shot, blocked aside by Coleman. Maybe it was the goalie change in net for NAU that brought this team back to life, as since Coleman's been in net, he hasn't given up any goals, and the IceJacks have scored 3.
Cole, you're definitely right about that. With Anthony Caruso on the season coming in 8-1 with a 2.02 goals against average, NAU obviously didn't take the fact that they played bad enough defensively to get him pulled very well. They want to make sure that they can try and bail him out of this loss, get him off the hook, pick up a huge win. What a comeback this would be if NAU was able to pull this off.
Jason Kuda with the puck behind the net. Kuda wrapped up there. He's in trouble as Brady Morgan now goes down to the ice. Connor McDonald there for NAU. Butler intercepts that one and gives it off to Kuda. Kuda down below. Still holding onto that puck as he looks to give it off to Morgan, but it's intercepted by NAU. Flipped up to the blue line, held in the zone. And now a slap shot from Preston Ames goes wide all the way around the boards to Butler on the near side. Morgan with the wraparound attempt. Denied. And the rest blow the whistles. The goal was knocked off the pegs.
When ASU went up 7-2 early in the third period, they were playing with such swagger. They had smiles on their faces, upbeat, intense. That seems to have gone away now as they're trying to be all business right here. The swagger has shifted to Northern Arizona's side. They're definitely playing inspired hockey. They're pumped up. They just took the momentum straight away from Arizona State. But now the most crucial thing is to get this to a 1-goal game, because nothing's...
Down low to McNeely. Sorry to interrupt you.
That's all right, Cole. Nothing's going to be able to happen for Northern Arizona if they can't get this to a 1-goal lead, because that's going to put the most pressure, obviously, on Arizona State.
Now NAU looking for more. Ben Russell quickly up ice for the IceJacks. He'll flip it to himself behind the net, but he takes a check, but he's able to give it off to Benoit Cousineau. Over to Russell now up to the point. Cross ice pass to McDonald. Puck squirts loose to the far boards as McDonald's able to get it up to the point. Ryan Greenspan. Greenspan slaps one back down low. He tries to take that pass back up at the point, but instead he has to retreat out of the zone. NAU will touch up and make a change. Weissman's able to flip that one to center ice as the IceJacks take over. Murray Brody's shot is deflected high into the netting, out of play. 7:45 left to go. 7-5, ASU leads.
Cole, the crowd seems to be in a bit of a hush. They're not really sure what to do. Everyone's in almost suspense, waiting for the next goal to go in, because it's for ASU, order will be restored. If it's for NAU, chaos is about to take place.
ASU takes control of the puck. Wesley Starr flips it ahead to himself. He gets around one defender, has Jordan LeClaire streaking it down the slot, but it's taken away, stolen by Liam Ayub. Now a stretch pass up ice. One-on-one opportunity. Denied as Corey Brody was alone with a one-on-one chance. Wrist shot went wide. Tipped ahead to West Starr as they call offsides on the play, as the pass was just a bit behind him.
Well, the packed house at Oceanside tonight has definitely been entertained to the max. We'll have to see if any more action is to come.
Jacob Pascali up ice, carries it across the red line and sends it in right into the body of Zach Inzer, who flips it right along to Steven Cassicelli. Cassicelli into the zone, forced to go outside to the faceoff circle, drops it off from Ryan Francis, who sends it off the side of the net and wide. Pass up along for Matt Melhoff now. Melhoff tries to split the defense. Puck just goes out of his reach, taken away, goes over to Zach Inzer. Inzer turns it over to Gregory Park, who gives it right back to ASU. Zach Inzer takes over. Inzer across the red line, dumps it in the zone. Brady Morgan there to give some chase. Taken away by the ACHA once more. ASU has yet to have some sustained pressure in the NAU zone in the past few minutes, ever since NAU got that first goal on the board at the 13-minute mark.
But NAU has not been able to generate the physical type of offensive pressure that they did. They got them the 3 quick goals. ASU's been playing very good defensively, not giving up any great chances.
Now behind the net, the IceJacks centering pass, puck loose. Taken away by Jacob Weissman.
Going for another deflection off Selton right there was NAU.
Pass over to Jason Kuda. Kuda tries to tip it ahead along for looking for Brady Morgan.
Penalty upcoming.
We got a delayed call on ASU. Dangerous opportunity here as Morgan's going to be called for what I assume is either a cross check or roughing.
Gotta let him touch the puck.
Now Kuda trying to get the other team involved, looking to get 4-on-4 skating. He just might have done that. We'll see if the ref's involved with I think that is Diaz down low. Coach LeClaire wants that penalty, as we were just discussing. It doesn't appear as anyone else is going to the box but Brady Morgan.
The linesmen were tied up with Kuda and I believe Cameron McDonald trying to keep them from scruffing. I guess no one saw Diaz cross-check Kuda from behind.
So with 5:17 left to go in 2-goal differential, NAU's going to have a man advantage for the next 2 minutes. Extremely dangerous times here as the crowd is now getting onto their feet. They can sense the importance of this penalty kill for ASU and this power play for NAU.
If NAU scores...
So now it's a 5-on-3. Castelli's now in the box.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
This is extremely dangerous now for ASU as they've got a 2-man differential here. But they win the faceoff, and they're able to clear the zone. A huge first chance clearing opportunity for ASU as they're able to clear that one all the way down the ice.
Nonetheless,
big faceoff.
Nonetheless, though, if NAU scores on this power play, it'll give them over 3 minutes to get the tying goal. Plenty of time. Goalie pulled, you would imagine, and give themselves a man advantage. This is a crucial penalty kill and power play for their respective teams.
Let's not forget, if they score on the 5-on-3, they still have a power play.
That is true, Cole. My mistake.
Up to Carlson at the point. Carlson fakes a slap shot and gives it off to McDonald. ASU in the triangle. McDonald holding, and he'll give it back to Carlson for the one-time shot off the stick of Seltenreich into the net. Stops the play. A minute 17 left to go on this 5-on-3.
Matt Melhoff's screen in front of Ryan Seltenreich. I believe that puck went off his stick. I didn't see it get all the way to Seltenreich. How could he with Melhoff's 6'3", 205 frame in there? It's a good play setup, though, from NAU. Seltenreich's too good. If you let him see the puck, he's most likely going to stop it. You got to get bodies in front of him.
It's a great first shift by the penalty-killing unit of ASU. Now Randall, Inzer, and Weissman look to do the same, as those are the three bodies on the ice for the white jerseys. Once again, they win the faceoff, and Weissman's able to ring it out of the zone. These are huge faceoffs being won by ASU, as there's still a minute 10 left to go on this 5-on-3 advantage for the IceJacks.
Diedrich White's on the ice, 6'2", 200. Look for him to be the one that goes in front, trying to screen Seltenreich.
Tripping and falling and taken away. John Randall will take the puck. A brutal trip there by Dylan Benjamin as he gives up the puck, and it's taken away by the Sun Devils once more.
50 seconds to go. They've got to get up the ice quickly. You have to give yourself a chance here.
Now Kirby Carlson with some speed, and offsides is the call. Once again, NAU just hurting themselves here on this power play. 41 seconds left to go.
Every offsides and every clearing is giving the momentum back to Arizona State. Killing off a 5-on-3 in any situation is a huge momentum builder. Killing it off in this situation with under 4 minutes to go, protecting a 2-goal lead, that'll be huge for the Sun Devils.
Another faceoff won by ASU. This time Weissman can't ring it out on the boards, and Fader's there the pinch. He'll give it up to McDonald. McDonald cross ice, one time over to Gregory Park, but skidding across the crease to Seltenreich to get his stick down on the ice once more. Big save.
What a play set up by NAU.
Matt Melhoff will drop it off for Park. Up to the point. Now Park with a one-time shot, deflected just wide. And ASU is able to clear. 10 seconds left to go on this power play. Out of his crease comes Coleman, looking to get one more opportunity. Both players standing up in the penalty box. Tipped ahead, looking for Melhoff, just out of reach. Hughes gets there. Now Francis, both players out of the box. A huge kill as NAU had 2 minutes on the two-man advantage, but the attack isn't over yet. Faders has it, center it for Gregory Park. Off the pad of Seltenreich and out the zone. And finally they will settle down. 5-on-5 skating, and Jace Davis throws a check. Momentum goes to ASU. Justin Havrilyak giving chase, now pressuring in the other end of the zone. Some more pushing and shoving behind the net as McNeely gives a shove. Held in the zone. Up to McNeely, dropped off for Ehrlich. Ehrlich, wrist shot, just left of the post.
We'll keep an eye on Seth Coleman. NAU coach Travis Johansson, you would think down 2, should be pulling him within the next 15 seconds or so.
Up the ice, Ryan Greenspan for NAU. Greenspan looks for a centering pass, it's tipped away. Gregory Park wheels and fires a wrist shot high into the body of Seltenreich, and smartly played there by Havrilyak, who just ushers it right underneath the pad, or excuse me, the blocker of Seltenreich. 2 minutes, 17 seconds left to go. ASU 7, NAU 5. NAU could not capitalize on two-man advantage that they had for 2 minutes. Face-off one, and it goes over to McDonald. McDonald centering pass deflected into the netting as bodies were sprawling all over the ice. Another dangerous opportunity there.
Ben Russell just has to get that deflection down. He would have had the goal had it been on target. Seth Coleman still in the net here with 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go. I would expect that if NAU wins this faceoff, they will be pulling Coleman. You have to give yourself a chance here.
Faceoff won by ASU, and they're able to flip it out of the zone. Not deep enough as Connor Dar's there for NAU, but taken away by ASU, flipped up ice. Jason Kuda can't get a stick on that one, and icing is the call. Faceoff all the way back down in front of Seltenreich.
Cole, we saw this last weekend with Utah down 2 goals late in the third. They didn't pull their goalie at all. So you have to wonder, why wouldn't you take a chance giving yourself the man advantage here? 2 minutes to go. This is basically the threshold as NAU takes their timeout. 2 minutes is the threshold that you want with a 2-goal deficit to give yourself really a 2-minute power play, 6-on-5.
NAU looking to set up a play in the final 2 minutes. They're going to need to figure out something here with a 2-goal differential. ASU leading 7-5. This period started off at they've just at the 13-minute mark of this period, the score was 7-2. NAU went on a tear in 3 minutes, scored 3 goals. It's going down to be an interesting finish as it's coming down to the wire. Now back out of the box, NAU goes. Now both teams back out on the ice. 2 minutes left to go. The goalie is pulled for NAU. 6 on the ice for the IceJacks. Finally, they make the decision. And that puck trickles in the net. Seltenreich. That puck went behind Seltenreich. And with 6 seconds right off of that timeout, NAU gets a goal on the board. 7-6.
I couldn't see who got the goal as the puck was just fired on net. Might have been another deflection off the back or the back of the leg of Seltenreich finding its way into the net. Cole, what a wild finish we are in for. This is by far the most exciting game that we've seen at Oceanside Ice Arena this season. 1:54 seconds to go. You have to imagine that if NAU wins this faceoff, Seth Coleman will be pulled again. 1:54 to go.
Coleman's going to hang in the net probably until the 1:30 mark unless NAU gets full control of this puck. They don't want to risk anything because with the 1-goal differential, they've got seemingly enough time here with 1:43 left on the clock.
Cole, you're absolutely right there. 1:15, 1:15 seconds to go in the offensive zone with your goalie pulled is enough to set up a play, make it like a power play. You just have to be very careful with your passing. Don't let anything get out of the zone because you cannot afford now, obviously, to let ASU handle the puck at all if your goalie is pulled. And a penalty upcoming.
Unsure. It might be on ASU here.
I believe it's Jordan LeClaire, and it is.
Wow. Now you can see an immediate goalie pull here with 1:36 and a man in the box. NAU is going to pull their goalie right away to get a 6-on-4 advantage. They know that. Everyone in the crowd can sense that. Everyone in the booth can sense that. The pressure is mounting for this ASU penalty kill.
This is now the most crucial face-off of the night for either side. It's going to be Ben Russell taking it. What a face-off win this would be, and he wins it cleanly.
Gregory Park, he'll flip it along over. It's Kirby Carlson hanging on to it. Carlson fakes the slap shot, gets some space, and he'll give it off. Now a wrist shot blocked down in front, taken by ASU, and they'll be able to get it down the zone. Just remember, since this is a penalty kill, the ASU will be able to ice the puck down the ice without any whistle being blown. So they can try their luck at getting in the net without any fear of an icing call.
Zach Inser's got that chance.
And now it's a delayed penalty call on NAU. Oh, excuse me, that was a delayed offsides call. I'm sorry. Got a little over my head there, but NAU takes over and it goes over to Kirby Carlson. Carlson enters the zone, fires a wrist shot. Blocked aside by Seltenreich. Stoppage play. 1 minute left to go.
Kirby Carlson going for his 4th goal of the game. The tension of the fans here at Oceanside Ice Arena. This is not something that they are used to seeing. ASU's been so dominant on home ice. And we have an even 1 minute to go.
Imagine here if ASU wins this faceoff, they're just going to try a slap shot down the ice. They're not going to care where it goes as long as it gets out of the zone and deep.
Ben Russell with a huge win again on the faceoff circle.
Great stick work there by Austin Ehrlich, denying a wrist shot for Gregory Park. NAU still controls behind the net. Centering pass circles all the way down to Carlson. Carlson with a slap shot. There's about 45 bodies, it seems, in front of the crease, but nothing went through. Malhoff with the puck now. He'll send it behind the net. Finally, a whistle is blown as the net's knocked off its pegs. 39 seconds to go. Seltenreich exiting the crease just to regain his composure. Here he needs to stay calm.
Ben Russell's going to be asked to come up with a 3rd huge face-off win. You would imagine he's been winning both. He won both his face-offs in this sequence cleanly, giving NAU a chance. 39 seconds to go. We'll have to see what NAU sets up here for the play. You'd imagine that they're going to send Matt Melhoff to the front for a screen along with everyone else they've got.
Both centermen go down the ice. NAU wins that battle, and they'll flip it down. Benoit Cousineau and Russell there, but Liam Pugh's big body's able to bump them both off the puck, and he flips it down on target, just left of the post. ASU looking to get that 2-goal advantage, which would have been the dagger. 20 seconds to go. NAU still staging one last attack here.
Last chance, 18 seconds to go. They got to get up ice.
But NAU still controls. 10 to go. Carlson across. He'll drops it off for Russell. 5 seconds on the clock. Liam Pugh is going to try and pin it along the boards, but puck switch loose in the crease. Puck is loose, slapped away by Pugh, and the buzzer sounds. ASU holds on. A nail biter to the finish. The definition of a barn burner. And ASU comes out on top 7-6. NAU takes the loss in a brutal fashion. A fantastic game overall. The score was 7-2 with 13 minutes left to go on the clock. NAU just went on a seemingly unstoppable attack, like bullets fired out of a gun. They just got 3 on the board, got to 7-5. They pulled their goalie with 2 minutes left. Within 6 seconds after pulling their goalie, they got another goal on the board. And then they got a 2-man advantage after that with a minute left. But they were unable to capitalize. The penalty kill of ASU stood stout. Bobby, what a game.
Just as last time when these two teams played, when I said I was speechless after that 3-man line brawl that we saw, I'm speechless at the finish that we just saw on the ice here. I thought that there was absolutely no way that NAU was going to be able to make a game out of this when it was 7-2 Sun Devils. But boy, they showed heart. Boy, they showed composure coming back. You mentioned, Cole, getting a goal with your goalie pulled with less than 2 minutes to go is a huge accomplishment. Obviously, they came up just short. This is definitely the toughest game that ASU has had at home this season. And we're going to get to see another chapter in this amazing story. As we said earlier in the broadcast, one more game in Oceanside Ice Arena between these two clubs. Last day of the regular season. I'm looking forward to that one, Cole.
Well, it will be an exciting finish. I'm sure you guys at home enjoyed it, as we thoroughly enjoyed it up in the booth, as it was a great game from both teams, as both teams salute the crowd together on the ice. But for now, you'll be seeing us in 2 weeks as ASU is home again on Oceanside to take on the Yukon Huskies. I'm Cole Feinblum. That's Bobby Kraus. You'll hear the crew wrap up the game with the post-game report. Thank you so much for tuning in to Cronkite Sports Live for this broadcast of ASU NAU.
right, I'm Megan playing alongside West Star. Now you had 2 goals on the night. Can you just tell me what was going through your mind and how those happened?
The first one, really just getting puck on the net and making plays. You know, we were struggling on the power play there early, and coach tells us just get it on net. So threw it on net, got a goal. It's been a while since I scored, so I mean it's lucky. And then the second one, when they come, and got the first one in there, and then the second one came easy.
What can you tell me about the special teams and how they did tonight?
Really stepped up big. I mean, our special teams has been a big issue. Our power play's been consistently good, but our penalty kill's been our weak spot. And there at the end, when it was 1-goal game, they got a 5-on-3 and really had to step up to make plays.
And what kind of happened in that third period, though? Like, they started scoring more. Coach wasn't happy. Can you just tell me a little bit about that?
I mean, that's such a tough thing to be a part of as a player, because when it goes like that, everything's going wrong, and then they get the momentum. And really, it shouldn't have happened if we expect to win a national championship. But I'm glad we got the win. We just have to bear down next time, and if they get momentum, kill the momentum, and then do something big so we get it.
All right, cool. Thank you. Now we're going to go back up to the guys with the post-game report.
Thank you so much, Megan. Thank you to West Star for the time. Alongside Joe Constantine, Gerardo Baltier, Noah Friedman back with you as your ASU Sun Devils win again at home, 7-6 this time over rival NAU. Guys, best game that we've seen at Oceanside this season?
Hands down, yes. Best game. Both teams did a great job. NAU, last few minutes, got the momentum, was going in, got some goals. What was I going to say? Let's see. The last 30 seconds, those were just...
You're speechless.
I was going. Yeah, it was speechless, just like you said. Last 30 seconds, NAU had the power play, couldn't capitalize, lost 7-6, but overall, great game.
Other than playoff hockey, we saw the other most exciting thing in hockey, I believe, and that's the empty net at the end of the game for NAU. It was exciting. We talked about it in the intermission report before the third period. This game could get close towards the end because NAU is a talented hockey team. Arizona State let them get back in it, guys, and I tell you what, this could have gone a lot of different ways. Unfortunately for Arizona State, it ended in a victory for them.
Let's just say there was a bunch of jinxing going on tonight here in the press box. But anyways, so there are some standout stats that I'd like to throw out at you guys. 6 goals that ASU allowed tonight. That's the most goals that they've allowed all season. They were outshot in the third period, 4-2. So what can you say about the defense? I mean, it was sloppy, but what transpired there in that third period?
Well, it was a little sloppy, yes, but they still did a good job. Yes, they did give up most goals than they have this whole season. But the defense is there. The goals they gave up were just careless mistakes by the defense. They didn't have the puck handling. And it was, like I said, it was just careless mistakes. But the defense was there. They were diving for the puck. They were playing really good defense. So,
and as you said, defense was there tonight for Arizona State. But I think the thing that really killed Arizona State in this game, as far as letting up the 6 goals, was they kind of went into it hot-headed. Mm-hmm. It's NAU. It's the interstate rivalry. They're coming down here playing on their home ice. And they were very chippy the whole game, trying to hit hard the whole time, and they weren't really getting the puck out of the zone. Whereas when they're playing a team that's from, let's say, North Dakota, they're getting the puck out. They're moving it a lot better. So I'm glad, I'm not glad for them, but I am happy that they finally figured it out on that 5-on-3 power play, which was phenomenal for Arizona State. As you heard Wes say, Arizona State's penalty kill has been mediocre this year, and it has. They stepped it up big. 5-on-3, it's a 1-goal game. There's a lot of things that could go wrong. And Arizona State prevailed. They had the empty net for NAU. NAU couldn't get one in the back of the net. Game ends 7-6. Arizona escapes with a close win.
Yeah.
Now, guys, we're going to introduce a segment. It's called Our Stars. Who is a player that has stood out to you this entire game, and who would you give that star to?
I'm going to give it to Havriliak. The goal he made in the second period?
Yep.
And he's just been playing outstanding. This was the game where I saw Havriliak be the captain, be the leader of the team, going out there, communicating with the guys, keeping their heads up. I'm going to have to give it to Havriliak. Great game by Havriliak.
I was going to say Havriliak too. And the reason why, and I'm going to build off what he said, the reason why I say Havriliak is take away the goal, okay? Everyone looks, assists, goals, getting points for themselves. Take away that. Put the leadership role out there. He is the captain. Guys are getting in on net for NAU. They're messing around, getting close to Seltenreich. The captain's in on it. He's getting his guys fired up, and he's making sure when there's chippiness, he's getting in there the whole time. He's controlling the pace of the game, and that's really why Arizona State came out in this game. If you don't have a captain in Havriliak, who knows where this game could have gone. He kept them level-headed for the most part and got them out of here with the win, I believe.
Now, gentlemen, what's next for ASU? They'll go to the great state of California, Gerardo and I's home state. They will take on Cal State Long Beach, and then they'll head over to Cal State Fullerton, take them on for a 2-game set. So ASU hasn't lost to a team from California, as we recall. So what are they supposed to do now to build off of this great win against NAU and then, of course, heading into the next game?
Well, what ASU is doing is phenomenal. They're playing a great game. I think going up there or going west is not going to be a problem for them. They're going to come out with a win. They got to just keep doing what they're doing, pushing the puck, have the confidence there, put pressure on the defense, and I think they'll come out just fine.
They're going to the beautiful state of California. What else are they going to do?
State of
They're
California.
going to play beautiful hockey.
Exactly.
That's what they're going to do. They're undefeated this year against teams from California. Nonetheless to say, they're going to go out there. They're going to play great hockey. They're going to move the puck around. They're going to do a lot better than I believe they did tonight. They're going to take some things. Tonight was they had some good learning tools that they can use as they go into nationals later this year. But I believe they're going to go out there and they're going to play phenomenal hockey. They're going to come get a few wins and then come back home and finish out this later part of the season.
Your Sun Devils on the road for 3 games. Our next telecast will be on February 6th as ASU will take on the University of Connecticut. For Joe, Gerardo, our fantastic cast and crew, I'm Noah Friedman saying so long from Oceanside Ice Arena. Our final score once again, ASU 7, NAU 6.